Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Care Sandwich. I have a super special guest today, attorney Moises Medina, who's joining us from Dallas. But before I bring him on the stage, big shout out to Yaya, who brought me this dress from Morocco. It's my son's friend. I wanted to give him a cute little shout out. So hopefully, if he's watching, he knows that I'm so grateful for the dress. I finally wore it. Anyway, check out this video so that you can remember what Care Sandwich is all about. And I'll bring on attorney Moises in just a second so you can hear his story.
Welcome to Care Sandwich, the podcast where we dive into the success journeys of law firm owners across the country. I'm Margarita Everline, your host and the founder of Marketing Boss, a fractional chief marketing officer firm for law firms. On this show, we'll explore the challenges, strategies, and victories that have shaped law firms and how they wrap every interaction with care. Because we believe that caring isn't just a value, it's a strategy for success. So grab your favorite sandwich, sit back, and let's dig into a conversation filled with insight, inspiration, and of course, a lot of care.
Welcome back. I want to introduce you to attorney Moises Medina. Come on to the virtual stage. Abogado, how's it going?
Hey, Margarita. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited. We kind of coordinated outfits.
I know, right? We
I don't
matched.
think we talked about this. It just, synchronicity. It's cool.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah. So attorney, you are a young attorney, very experienced attorney, and I would love for you to tell our audience all about you. How did you end up building this amazing multi-practice area law firm and now multi-location area in Texas?
I don't know how it happened. Nothing about my background would suggest that I would be an attorney. I'm a first generation immigrant. Grew up in the hood, didn't go to good schools, some people would say. So I really don't know how it happened. I had some really good teachers that motivated me, kind of made me realize I was smarter than I thought I was. So, a lot of help along the way. And I like helping people. I mean, we do it, growing up. I'm sure you went through it too, like Hispanic households, right? You're helping your parents read complicated letters because they don't know the language. 7-year-old reading them like legal contracts and things like that. So I've always loved to help my family, friends. So it just came natural to me, I guess.
Yeah. No, I love it. And you and I have laughed about we do have a very similar upbringing. And you're reminding me of the conversation I've had with many attorneys that have a similar background to you as well, and to me, where it's like your parents are like, no pressure, giving you the legal documents, right? And then when you're like, pues no sé, y para eso te mando a la escuela. No pressure. Oh my God. No, but it's I love and what I love about your story is you're so humble. Like, you're kind of a baddie, right? And like, you're so humble about it. Like, oh, well, I don't know. Like, you've done some really amazing things with what you've built. You help a lot of people. And I think one of the reasons why is because you just focus on the people. Like, this is what I've observed from you with knowing you for so many years. And I want you to walk us through like a case or a story early in your career, maybe, that shaped or inspired your actual practice area.
So, I mean, I see it so often, and I have thousands of stories, but one of the most memorable ones, a couple came to me after an accident. They had just signed an agreement with, not signed an agreement. They had verbally released the insurance company. They called them right after the accident. Hey, we'll give you $500 if you just verbally release us from any more liability. And they did that. They didn't understand. Eventually, this gentleman's leg, due to some diabetes complications, like his leg started having issues. He was about to lose his leg, right? insurance companies are like, well, we've already paid you $500. That's all you're going to get. Right. Pretty much gave up. He came to me. I said, well, this isn't good. You shouldn't have released them verbally. In Texas, those are legally binding. Did some research. I took the case anyway, thinking that I probably wasn't going to be able to help, but I was going to try. I thought of this person as my dad or someone that I knew. I just can't let that happen. Right. So I always take it personally. Anyway, got involved. I kicked ass. I ended up requesting the audios from this adjuster, and the interpreter fudged it all up. And I was able to use that against them, and we got the case. We got them to pay out the limits on these. So it was a really good experience. I mean, if I hadn't stepped in, a lot of other attorneys had already told them no because they verbally released the insurance company. But I didn't give up on them, and because of that, they got a shot at least to get the treatment that he needed to get better. He was going to lose his leg otherwise. So that's pretty memorable.
That's an amazing story and so much to unpack there. What I picked up on is because you saw the person as a person and not a case, it led you to take a closer look and think outside the box. Whereas I would imagine any other law office is just going through lead after lead after lead after lead, and just because it didn't fit in their box, just let it go. And how fortunate is that person that you actually cared enough to just slow down and at least try. I think that's pretty beautiful. How do you balance that with not getting saturated with too many cases or too many investigation projects and maybe not getting to work the cases? And I'm asking this for context because this is something that I see with law firm owners where they struggle to balance that. They think that in order to scale, they have to be very laser focused and be very picky with their cases. It sounds to me like in this instance, you were a little less picky because you focused on the human. How do you balance that with being able to scale the way that you have to now have multiple locations?
It's a lot of hard work. I pride myself in being accessible to the clients. It's to a fault.
Same.
I like to return phone calls. At the end of the day, like someone calls me, I can't leave until I've returned every single phone call. It's just, I think it's the right thing to do. I wouldn't want to, be stuck waiting for a call back, right? It's not right. I do give a lot of attention, and our firm does take on a lot of these second opinion clients because a lot of other attorneys have given up, and we don't do that. And I love my partners because sometimes I take these cases to them and they're like, oh, I don't know, Moses. But you know what? I would say about 95% of those cases we've been able to win because, we don't give up on people. And I wouldn't want to give up on my dad. And that's the way that I think about my clients, right? If this is a family member, like I'm going to do everything that I can. And if at the end of the day I can't win, at least I tried my best, and I'm going to be able to just look them in the eye and tell them, hey, I tried my best. Here's everything that we did. And unfortunately it didn't work out. And they like that, they like that someone's in their corner fighting for them. And that's what I do.
I love that. And some law firm owners that I've talked to will say things like, well, if I take on a case and I know it's going to be hard and then I fail, I don't want the person to be mad at me, right? Like I'm kind of compacting that. It's a longer discussion, but I think that what you just described is if you handle it the right way, people do acknowledge that, okay, you told me this might be tricky. Thank you for trying, right? Like if you handle it the right way. And I think that that's better than not trying. I mean, I've personally been in a situation where I've referred family to attorneys, and in one instance, it didn't work out. But my family member was still happy that they felt supported. They felt like this attorney did everything that was possible. It's just not a good case. It was an injury case, and it just was not a good case. So I love that. You're reiterating that. Moises, what's one of your favorite things about working with your ideal clients? Like, what's an ideal client? And then what do you like about these ideal clients?
I mean, any client is ideal, right? I like helping someone that's hurt. I mean, I do immigration work too. It's just helping my community. You know, it's like helping my neighbor or my family member. So I like that we have the same interests. I mean, God, I just can't let, you know, my family or my community down.
I love that. That's a beautiful sentiment. And I will ask you, what is the best way if somebody that's listening is like, oh my gosh, like this is my guy. This is the firm that I want to refer cases to because I don't do personal injury or I don't do immigration. What is the best way, the easiest way to get in touch with you?
They could just call the office. I think you're putting it on the screen there. But my direct number, I mean, I give that out to all my clients that have access to me. They can always call me. If I don't answer the phone, someone will leave me a note, and I call them right back, you know, as soon as I can. I just try to be accessible, you know. There are a lot of attorneys. I have a lot of friends like, oh, I don't answer the phones. Like, why not? Like, they're hiring you for a reason, right?
Yeah.
They don't just want to speak to the assistants. My assistants are going to take care of them too, but I like to be involved with my cases. You know, I'm not over, you know, micromanaging everything either, but I like my clients to know me and to feel like, hey, he got in touch with me. I spoke to him several times, and you know, they're always going to know. I know every one of my cases, so amazing. I'm always going to be able to call them and tell them what's going on because, you know, I know all of my cases.
That's amazing. And I bet the reason why you know all of your cases is because it sounds to me like it's a habit of yours to connect emotionally with each individual. And that actually has been scientifically proven to help with memory. So I think that's amazing. Okay, Moises, I have one more fun question for you. Okay. And then I'll let you get back to your lawyering because I know you're so busy. What is your favorite sandwich?
Man, that's a hard one. Why'd you? You know, I make sandwiches that are about this big.
Oh my God.
I get pan bolillo, mayonnaise, mustard, ham, cheese, lettuce, tomato, avocado, onions, pickles, jalapenos.
Oh my God.
It ends up being like this gigantic, disgusting, leaking sandwich.
So I promise you, I'm not making this up. That's literally my brother's like my brother Billy. If he follows me on LinkedIn, Billy, if you're listening, look, there's another one. That's what he does. And whenever there's leftovers of any kind, he puts it inside bolillo with mayonnaise. Like that's crazy. Yeah. That's so funny.
It's like falling apart and like oh
my God. That's crazy. That's kind of cool. See, now another thing. Are you sure we're not related? Anyways, it's too much of a coincidence. Like that's, yeah. And he might add beans too to it, actually. Anyway.
No beans. I have never put beans on my sandwich, but maybe next time.
Billy likes to put a little refried beans in there.
That took it over the edge.
You're judging. Anyway, Moises, this has been great, folks. Even if you do personal injury, take down his information, follow on social media, connect, because there might be cases that maybe you don't want to work. And as you heard it here, Moises is happy to just take a look and try. If it's somebody that really needs help, he's going to take a look and see what can be done. Even if you've already looked and it's not something you want to work, definitely now you have a referral source in Dallas. And so tell us your two locations.
We're in New Mexico and Dallas. And we do take a lot of litigation from other attorneys, so we'll litigate their cases for them if they're not into it.
Wonderful. There you have it. What more do you need? Write these numbers down, and we'll see you on the next episode of Care Sandwich. Moises, I'll see you backstage. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Care Sandwich. Remember, the way we care for our clients, our teams, and ourselves can make all the difference in our success. Until next time, keep caring, keep growing, and I'll see you on the next episode.